Hi everyone, this is Audrey Allison, and I'm creating this intro for my November forecasts just to let you know that there is a technical difficulty and a glitch that I'm going to absolutely blame on Mercury retrograde as my ruler. Mercury rules me, and you'll see that there's a disconnect between the audio and the video on 9 out of 12 of the forecasts, and I'm not sure why because I've recorded them the same way. So I do apologize. If it's hard to watch, I suggest you do it blindfolded. Could be kind of fun. No, you didn't take a handful of peyote and watch them. They're going to be a little out of sync. So I do apologize, but hopefully the problem will be corrected for next forecast in December. And I won't dare bring the computer in to have it fixed until after Mercury goes direct on November 11th. Take care of yourself. Enjoy the forecast as much as you can. And I'll speak with you next month. Bye. Hi, Scorpio. My name is Audrey Allison, and this is your November forecast for 2013, your horoscope / taroscope. I'm happy to be here. I want to thank you so much for subscribing to my YouTube podcasts and for giving me as many hits and just being very awesome and sharing and liking my new venture here. So thanks again. I want to start right off. On November 3rd, we have a new moon annular solar eclipse. And this is 11 degrees Scorpio. Again, we are having a lot of Scorpio eclipses. It's kind of rare how many we've had. We had them starting in April. We had two, and then in May. Then we had July. Then we had October, and now we're starting off November with one in your first house of self and personality, and you, baby. So, what does this mean? It means eclipses can bring change, and since this is a new moon, it's a fresh start. Something is activating yourself. You'll be very in tune with yourself and finding a need to express yourself. So that's how you're starting off the month. On the 5th of November, Venus, the planet of love and money, goes into Capricorn. And Capricorn is two signs from you. It's in your third house of communications and intellect and short distance travel and the mind and technologies. So Venus going into this sign could mean that you are communicating to people in a more loving way, and you could actually be stimulated in the money area. If you work with communications at all or technologies, you could be earning more money through that transit. But what I think is interesting is that Venus changes signs usually every 30 days or so, but she's rarely now going to be in Capricorn for a 4-month period, because once she hits it, she's going to retrograde in it, and she's going to remain in it for 4 months. So you will have your third house stimulated for quite a while. So your tone is softer for you, Scorpio, and your communication style is coming across more filtered and more loving, which is amazing. So good job in communicating to those people who have needed it. And on November 7th, Jupiter retrogrades in Cancer, in 20 degrees Cancer. Now Jupiter is the planet of abundance, growth, benevolence, expansion, and luck. And it's been in Cancer since June 6th of 2013, and will continue to stay in Cancer until July of 2014, because Jupiter stays in its sign for at least a good year. And what this means, since Cancer is your sister sign, it's another water sign like you, Scorpio, and it rules your 9th house of distant travel, places that you think of in your mind at afar. It also rules philosophies and religions, but I'm actually intuitively getting that you're thinking of things at a distance in your mind. I want to pull a few cards because I'm incorporating, like last month, the tarot in my readings, and I just get that kind of feeling when I want to pull. And I'll see what I get for you, Scorpio. Ooh, okay, so this is the 5 of Cups. And this card is a breakthrough of new possibilities. You see how the birds are splitting up and going their separate ways out of this egg? It could mean that you're deciding to change your intentions of where your heart is at, because the cups are symbolic of your emotions, and you have some transits coming up that I haven't discussed yet regarding them. So let me just say this. Since I was just talking about Cancer and this Jupiter retrograde for you, and ninth house being faraway communications, and this card comes up, it could mean that your heart is attached to something from afar, or a faraway, distant location. You might find that you have a mental breakthrough regarding this situation, which could be very positive. Now we have Mercury going direct, yay, on November 11th, and that is in Scorpio. So that retrograde hit you pretty hard in that first house of self, and now finally is going to go direct on the 11th in your first house of self at 2 degrees. And it's just such more smooth sailing for you, Scorps, when Mercury is direct in your own sign, because then you will not be misunderstood. People could have really misunderstood you in this transit, since it went retrograde on October 21st, and we're still in it as I do these horoscopes, so we're still feeling that retrograde. But it could have affected you strongly, and I know that you're sensitive, and you want people to try to attempt to understand you. Maybe you didn't get a fair break or something. When this goes direct on the 11th, you'll find that you get heard, you get understood more, which is good. Now on the 13th, Neptune goes direct in 2 degrees Pisces, which rules your romance and your children and your creative endeavors and your fun. Now Neptune is the planet of illusion and dreaminess and disillusion. Now, that being in your 5th house and it finally being direct is a good thing. You might have been wearing rose-colored glasses when it comes to the 5th house, which is maybe your children or your romance, who you're dating. You could be seeing things clearly now when Neptune goes direct. I don't know if that's a good thing or not. You tell me. Because it could mean one thing or the other. It could mean that you have been very overly excited about your dating, and now when it's direct, you say, "Oh, I don't really know about this." You know, I mean, I might have to take a step back and see if this is really where I'm at. This is really where my heart's at. Or it can mean the opposite. You could have been trepidatious, and when Neptune was retrograde, and now that it's direct, you're full speed ahead. You're like, this is it. I'm in it to win it. So either way, you know, none of that is bad. To figure out about the self and to get as clear as possible is pretty much everyone's goal in life. So good for you either way. And on the 19th, Chiron, that asteroid that I spoke of last month, goes direct. So we've got a lot of positive direct movement, so we're stoked about that. And it's going direct 9 degrees Pisces, again in that 5th house. 5th house of healing, or sorry, the asteroids revolving healing, but the 5th house regarding romance and your heart. So you have had, Scorpio, a lot of work to do internally in that heart area. I'd be interested to see how that works out for you. On the 21st, the sun goes into Sagittarius, and we'll be there through December of the 22nd of December or so. And the Sagittarius for you is your 2nd house of money and finances. So having the sun shine from the 21st on for a month in that area is very positive. Your finances will be bright, will be looking good, your possessions, your money. And I'm going to pull another card for you, Scorpio, and see what it says, see what it brings for you. Okay, this is the 5 of coins. This is interesting because it means, I mean, it doesn't look super positive, but it means that something might be missing for you. And since I was just talking about that heart area and pulled this, you could be healing from something in your heart, or feeling like this person's like has their hand out. It's the beggar card, but it wants to heal. It feels like something is missing. It's reaching out like a longing for. So you might have some work to do now since Mercury's direct in your communicating. Maybe reaching out or expressing yourself. I think it feels positive to me, and it feels like any growth like this is important. So it's important to heal and to pay attention to what your triggers are and where your heart and your mind are. So there's a lot of action this month, and I'm really thankful to be reading for you, and I want to thank you again for all of your interest, because I've found something that I really love to do and have always loved to do, and now I'm just integrating the two, which is astrology and tarot. My name is Audrey Alison, and you can find me at audreyallison.com, and I'm also on Facebook, Audrey Allison Astrology and Tarot. Thanks so much, Scorpio. And if you're getting this, it's your birthday in a little bit, or right now, currently, so happy birthday to you. And I will see you next month. Have a sweet day. Bye.